What's up, guys? Nick here, and welcome back to another Throwback Thursday. Today we're going to be taking a look at The Legend of Zelda for the NES. Now, I decided to play this game because the upcoming Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is very similar to this game, where this game you can do the dungeons in any order. You can basically be able to do whatever you want. And you can basically just have an open world of fun. And I feel like Breath of the Wild, apparently you can really do anything you want. Apparently you can just go ahead and like be able to fight the boss automatically right when you start the game, which is pretty cool. Being able to do that, it will really be cool to see speedruns of this of that game, and I am really hyped up for Breath of the Wild. Seems like it's gonna be an awesome game, and it's only coming out in like 3 weeks, so really excited. But yeah, I remember playing this game. The first time I played it, I think, was in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, where it was like the 5-minute demo for the masterpieces. And I remember playing it, and I didn't really know what I was doing. It was just going through these areas, and I mean, I couldn't really do much because it was a 5-minute period, but like I really didn't know what was going on or anything like that. Then also I played it later on. I got it for the 3DS Virtual Console from, I think, Club Nintendo, because I enjoyed Link's Awakening, which was my first Zelda game that I owned and beat. And after playing that, it was pretty fun. Aside, why not get the original? So I got it, and I basically got lost. I felt like I was going around circles. I don't even think I found any dungeons. But then I came back to it and started finding some dungeons. I think I did get a little bit of help from YouTube though, because I still am not really that good at Zelda games, to be honest. So yeah. But yeah, I absolutely love this game. This game is fantastic. I absolutely love it. It's really awesome that you can do most of the dungeons right out of the gate. I think the only dungeons that you can't do are like the last one, and I think the second to last one. Maybe I think there's one more where you need the step ladder in order to get to. So yeah, there's that. Also, I've seen randomizers of this game, which also look pretty fun. I haven't been able to download it because I'm using the homebrew channel, which maybe you guys know or maybe you don't, on the Wii U, which you can play a bunch of ROMs on the Wii U, and one of them not being the randomizer. I can play other randomizers for some reason. Like I can play Pokemon Red and Pokemon Emerald randomizer. I've been playing that. Haven't been playing it recently, but I played it. Pretty funny. And I really do want to play a Zelda randomizer. See how hard or how easy it can be, because it's all randomized. Also played Super Mario World randomizer. That was fun. But yeah, I seen I think Pro Jared played Zelda randomizer, which was pretty funny to see. Maybe I'll do a randomizer one day. Don't know. But yeah, I've also played some I guess mod hacks of this game. I think one of them is like, I forget what it's called, but I have it. It's pretty popular. You'll see it on like Zelda ROM hacks or whatever. Right there, you push that block to enter through here. What do we get? Hint. Eastmost peninsula is the secret. Alright, so I guess that's what the item is. I think this is the... Is this the map where it's a upside down swastika or something like that? Or is that the next one? I think it was either level 1, level 2, or level 3. Right now we're at level 1. But yeah, the mod hack though is actually really hard. I don't think I even beat the first dungeon. Like, they bring you like a bunch of hard enemies in this one room, and I can't beat them, and you have to beat them in order to like get through and stuff. I think it's like these guys, I think. And like the room is a lot harder, like there's a lot more blocks that are blocking your pathway. And it can be kind of annoying. But right there we actually got 2 items right there. We got boomerang and bombs. So yeah, bombs are actually not like an unlockable item. They're actually... Alright, just died there randomly. But they're actually a item that you can get from enemies, which is actually pretty cool how they did that. I guess they couldn't think of another dungeon, or they didn't have enough space to do another dungeon, so instead they just said, why don't we just give the bombs to enemies that you kill. And that's not really a bad idea. Maybe they'll I think they did do that with Breath of the Wild. I'm not really like all up to date on like Breath of the Wild gameplay. I know that you can like name your horse. Your horse can die, and a couple other things that I have heard. Alright, there's a secret area there. Is there one here? Nope. Alright. You can usually tell because of the map. Alright, so... Oh wait, that's where the boss is at. So I'm gonna go at the top over there. Alright, there we go. But yeah, I actually beat this game recently. Just because I got back into it. Like, I beat it I think a couple months ago. Back when, like before Christmas. I was kind of bored with all my games. And so I just decided, you know what, I never beat the original Zelda, so let me go ahead and beat it. Also, I played the Zelda 2 like a couple months ago too, because I was kind of bored. And that's actually not a bad game at all. I really like Zelda 2. I don't know if it's better than Zelda 1, but it really is an underrated game. Like, it's actually really fun to play. It can be frustrating at times because you have to go all the way back to the beginning. You lose all your experience if you die, and a bunch of stuff like that. But other than that, it's actually a really fun game. The level up system is pretty fun. The boss fights are actually pretty cool. And the dungeons are actually pretty fun too. It's just like the fact that you have to go back to the starting point, which is the annoying part. But like, I really do like the leveling up system, and like being able to find like heart containers that increase your health, and use magic to increase your health or increase your damage or increase your shield. It's really a great game. I'm surprised like so many people hate it. Like, I know it does have its like problems. Like in this game, as you saw, I died multiple times. You start at the beginning of the dungeon, but in Zelda 2, if you die in a dungeon, you have to start all the way back to where the starting point is, meaning like you have to start back where, like in this case, if I died right here, if I was playing Zelda 2, or if this was Zelda 2, I would go back to where the old man in the cave was. which is really annoying. But I mean, then again, you do start. If you do die, you do start back to like where the last like room you entered, but you have 3 lives. So yeah, I think you can actually get more lives, but I think it's like rare or something like that. I forget. I don't think I ever actually got an extra life though in that game, so I don't know if that's real or not, that you can actually get extra lives. Oh, come on, that didn't even give me any like invincibility frames. But yeah, Zelda Breath of the Wild, I really like it. I mean, it could be like a Xenoblade Chronicles X type of thing, where the little temples, or whatever they're called, are like the probes, and apparently there's over 100 of them. And once you beat the temple, you can actually like spawn to that area, like the probes in Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I wonder like how is it gonna work? Like, you have this open world to do basically whatever you want. Like, is there gonna be multiple endings? Like, there's like a story to it. Like, you can beat the final boss, it says, like right in the beginning of the game. And so I wonder, like, and then there's like a whole story to it. So like, is there gonna be a different ending for the different like paths you take or whatever? Like the different ways you play the game. Like, I really wonder how it's gonna be like. Like, is it gonna be like Undertale, where you take a pacifist route, or a genocide route, or a normal route? Like, I really do wonder how it's gonna act. Anyway, right there, we actually got the bow, but we can't really do anything about it. It's kind of a stupid part about this game is that you get the bow in the first dungeon, but yet, and it's the first item you get basically, other than the boomerang, I guess, which is just a random item. I actually never got the boomerang the first time I played this game, because I just got the power-up boomerang, but I actually just forgot the boomerang because you don't really need it. That's why it's not like one of those special items that you go downstairs and stuff. But the bow is actually a required item. It's kind of annoying, but oh, come on. But that's annoyinger. But yeah, for the bow, you have to get the, in order for it to actually be of use, you need to get the arrows. And you have to buy those in shop. Or not like each arrow separately, but like you buy the arrows, and then they your ammo is your rupees, which is actually kind of weird, but I guess it kind of works. Maybe they didn't have enough like time to program own arrows, like arrow ammo, and to have like an arrow counter on the screen, like between the rupees and the bombs. Alright, so I got the key. Hopefully I can beat this guy. It's gonna be hard without beam sword. Alright, really? I got hit again? Alright, yeah, it's really hard to do without beam sword. Because with beam sword you can just stay in the corner, dodge his projectiles more easily, and then be able to attack back at him. And one of the things that I found annoying, but I don't think many other people found annoying, is that like when you die here, like you get all 3 hearts back, and it happens every time. So like when you get a heart container, instead of having 4 hearts, you just have 3. And I just find that really annoying. It's like in Metroid, where you start off with, I think it's like what, 30 energy instead of 99. It's kind of stupid. Alright, well there goes my beam sword, but whatever. I can take him out now because I have more HP. And there we go. Got a Triforce fragment. But yeah, it's really annoying when you die now. So like now if I die, I have 3 hearts, and the annoying part about that is that I won't have my beam sword every time I die now, which I just find really annoying. Like, not that the fact that you have 3 hearts, like, alright, that's not really a big deal now, because you can just get a heart and be at full HP. But like having the fact that you don't have that beam sword is kind of devastating in my opinion. Alright, I don't really know what I'm gonna do now. I don't know where the second dungeon is actually. Kind of forget where it is. But maybe I'll go like up in the mountain, get the white sword or something like that. But yeah, something that I had to look up online, like how to get the magical sword, how to get the, I think it was the blue ring, how to get the red ring, how to get the skeleton key, stuff like that. And some of these items like have never been in other Zelda games, which is actually kind of weird. Like you don't have a skeleton key, which is a key that you get in the 7th dungeon. Or I think no, it's 8th dungeon, and it's completely optional. But basically, what it does is it gives you unlimited keys, which I think actually might be required. But actually, no, it's not, because you can actually buy keys in this game, so it's not really required. Alright, so right here is the white sword. Oh, what? Master using it, and you can have this. Oh, I guess I have to beat the guy, the Minotaur or whatever. I think so. Yeah. Forget how to get that. I guess you do have to beat the Minotaur. Alright, whatever. Anyway, yeah, some other items that haven't been in other games were like the powered up boomerang. Actually, the powered up boomerang's been in some games. But yeah, skeleton key, the blue ring, which is basically a blue tunic, which halves your defense, or halves it doubles your defense basically, but halves the damage. And then the red ring, I think, cuts it by 1/4. And then forget, I think there was like a few more that haven't been in other games. Oh yeah, the treasure map, like you get like some treasure map by some old woman, and you have to give it to or no, you get it from an old man, and then you have to give it to the old woman in order for her to kind of open shop and give you be able to sell you some like potions and stuff. It's right here, I think, is the, this is like near the 7th dungeon, so I'm not really going the right way. Okay, I think right here, if you burn it with a candle, it's the 8th dungeon. Either that or it's like on the other side. Yeah, like some of the stuff I do remember, but other stuff I don't really. Alright, got some bombs there. And like this game was really ahead of its time. Like you can increase the bomb count, like how your bomb capacity. You can there's like so many different things in this game that I think saving was like, this is the first game to have like to be able to save, which was amazing. But yeah, like some of the things are confusing in this game though. Like you will get lost, and some stuff will be kind of hard. Like I remember being the final boss, but like I didn't know what to do. Like I got to the final boss, but I didn't know what to do. And apparently you're supposed to find some light arrows, but I never did. So yeah. Alright, so yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing now. I'm just trying to find the second dungeon, but I don't know where it is. I think I know where the third dungeon is. Actually, do I? No, I probably don't. I only remember where the first dungeon is, the fifth dungeon, and the seventh and eighth dungeon, I think. Alright, right here you can buy the candle, which I think is actually required, but I don't have enough rupees. Actually, I don't think some of these items are required. Like, I think in speedruns, things that are required, I think you need the bow in order to have the light arrows. I think the candle might be required, but I don't know. Bombs are definitely required, but you get them from enemies, so it's not like you have to go through a whole dungeon to get it. I'm doing really bad here, but then again, I'm playing on a Wii remote, so yeah, it's kind of annoying. But yeah, I really want the Zelda Breath of the Wild to be like this. Be able to explore. I mean, getting lost is kind of annoying, but you don't really have much of. You don't have a map in this game, but in Breath of the Wild you will have a map, so kind of know where you will be going. And apparently, you can like stamp the map and be able to like put a skill mark or a treasure mark to come back to it. So if like there's an item that you can't get just yet, you can mark it on your map and come back to it, which is pretty cool. Actually, I saw that in Axiom Verge. I played that game, and you can, on the Wii U gamepad, you could mark off if there was like an item that you couldn't get, which was pretty helpful actually. Alright, so that old woman right there is one of the old women that you have to give some treasure map to. I guess it's not really a treasure map, it's like, it's basically, it is the dungeon map, but like in a blue color. So, yeah, basically you give that, I guess it's like a note or something. And then, you give that to her and she'll sell you potions. Not for free, but like, it'll allow you to open up her shop, I guess. It's kind of weird, but yeah. Alright, right here's the Lost Woods, but I'm gonna get out. I forget the combination of that. It's like, I think it's like down, down, up, left, or something like that. But yeah, there's actually a lot of like combinations in this game. There's that, and then there's the one on the mountain, but that one you just keep going up. I think you go up like 3 times in this one area, and that's the access for the 5th dungeon. So there's actually puzzle solving outside of the dungeon, which is actually pretty cool. But I mean, I guess it is leading up to the dungeon, so kind of makes sense. In some games it does that. Like I know in but most of the time it's really just to test out your item. Like it's not really a puzzle. Like you need that item in order to get into the dungeon. Like in Wind Waker, in order to get into the Wind Dungeon or the Wind Temple, you had to be able to get the iron boots, and so it's not really a puzzle, but you have to go to the Wind Temple with your iron boots on, and then smash the thing that was blowing out the wind with your hammer. But I think there were some other like I can't really think of anything right now, but I think there were some other Zelda games where you had to solve a puzzle before going into a dungeon, or like solving a puzzle to get into the dungeon. But yeah, talking about like newer Zelda games, like I'm surprised that this game hasn't been like remade. Like I mean, you have Zelda, like you have Ocarina of Time that got remade, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, twice kind of. And I think there were a couple others, but like this game hasn't really been remade. It's the first one. Also Zelda 2. Link to the Past kind of got a remake with Link Between Worlds, but kind of had a twist to it, like a bunch of new items and the ability to turn into a painting. So yeah, and also the ability to rent items, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I think actually maybe this game did get a remake. I remember, I think hearing about it. Like, I think like they did something with 4 Swords. I remember playing this game in 4 Swords, but like it had like the retrospective of the 4 Swords, but it was in this art style, like as a bonus level. And I think there was also this. There was Link's Awakening and Link to the Past, which were some cool bonus levels. Alright, so this is level 5. Probably not do so good here, but I'm actually doing a lot better than I thought. Alright, I don't think I can get a... Yeah, this is the one where you need a step ladder. So like you can get into any dungeon, I think, or most of the dungeons, but some of them you need to go to previous dungeons or to beat the in order to beat these dungeons. Also, you can see that I have 1 key left over. That's because I guess I either missed a door or they give you like a free key in the first dungeon. And you kind of want to have a lot of keys in your inventory because they can be very helpful, because you can use them in any dungeon. And so if you miss a key, it's not really a big deal because they give you a lot of keys and it's pretty useful. But yeah, I think in this dungeon you get the flute, maybe. Cause I remember with these guys, like if you use the flute, I think they like stand still or something like that, cause it hurts their big ears. Alright, but man, they do a lot of damage. They did 2 hearts of damage, so kind of tells you you're not supposed to be here this early in the game. But yeah, I'm surprised this game and Zelda 2 hasn't been remade. Like Zelda 2 is, like I said, not really that bad, and it definitely does deserve a remake. Like I mean, I get the 3D Zelda games are better and that they get remakes, but like 2D Zelda games are still really good. I don't think any 2D Zelda game got a remake except for Link to the Past, kind of. Alright, but I think I'm gonna end things there. Let me just go die, and yeah. I mean, this game is hard, and I kind of hope that Breath of the Wild will be just as hard, because Twilight Princess was pretty easy. Wind Waker was kind of easy, and I think a couple other games were pretty easy. So hopefully it's a bit harder like this game. I mean, this game gets kind of easy towards the end because you get a lot of hearts, and you get the red ring, which helps a lot. But other than that, like if you don't get those things, you can kind of choose whether you want this game to be easy or not, depending on how much time you put into it, and like get the items that are really good. But But anyway, like I said, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you guys all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Throwback Thursdays right here on the Town Neck. Bye.